It is wet and rainy and dreary here in Virginia, and I'm just trying to not fall down this hill in the mud while I go out to do chores. But I realized a lot of you have been asking me to post more rabbit videos, and I've been saying no because we haven't really been doing anything with our rabbits right now. And but I wanted to do a video for all of you that are asking. A lot of you are asking to please post more rabbit videos about rabbit raising in general. So I'm actually going to officially introduce you to our 2 new rabbits. They're not really new anymore, but and then I'm going to go through a little bit why we chose these guys. But first, let's let the chickens out. Hi! Anybody left? No. Good morning. Hi. I am always on this mad goose hunt to find my feed scoop, and apparently I left it outside last night, so it's got water all in it. Go me! I just realized I'm out of rabbit food. I forgot to bring the rabbit feed down last week. We bought a different kind of rabbit feed this month. This is a completely non-GMO rabbit feed, and our local co-op, Sean at our local co-op, I had asked her if they would end up like wanting to mill their own rabbit feed, and they just don't have enough interest in it. So she gave me a really good option to buy a non-GMO rabbit feed brand that I'd never really heard of before. So we went with it, and we're going to try it and see how it goes. This is the fun part about homesteading, right? Carrying 50-pound bags of feed down a slopey hill with mud. And I am pretty sure I'm going to fall and bust my butt today, because that's the beauty of living on a mountainside. So this is the new rabbit feed. It's from Kalmbach Feeds. I can't remember what they're out of. I think it's out in the Midwest. But anyhow, you can see it has the non-GMO Project verified label on it. And when you are looking for non-GMO food for your animals, unless you're getting it locally milled from your farm store, look for that non-GMO Project verified label. Okay, if you're eating your rabbits or any other livestock, you're going to want at least a non-GMO verified food, because otherwise you're really just eating what you get from the store. Besides the humanity and humanely raising fact of it all. But it's really important. This feed did not cost me any more than the regular rabbit feed that I was purchasing from my co-op. I had these rabbits on just a generic feed, probably filled with GMOs and chemicals and God only knows what else, because we weren't doing anything with them at the time. But now that we are in the next couple months gearing up for breeding, gearing up for butchering, I'm going to switch them over to this feed because it's non-GMO. Now, I get that some people cannot do the whole non-GMO thing. I get that. I get that it might not be in your budget. Not knocking you whatsoever. But I will tell you, there is a great difference in the health of your rabbits, because we do both. We've done both. Depending on the season, depending on what we're getting into, the health of our rabbits are far better when we switch to non-GMO or organic feed, and the health of our kits are better, and the health of our food, our food going into our bodies is better. So, I'd give you that tip. So the feed, it's just a pellet feed, and I know some people are like, no, don't feed pellets, but pellets have always worked for us, so far, it looks good. We use these rabbit feeders. For a while, I was just doing crops, and that works too, but when Junior started getting into rabbits, it was easier for us to do this. Now, this is Callie. Callie is a little bit smaller than the other one. She is one of our Californian, that's the breed, Californian meat rabbits. They do have red eyes. They have the black nose mask and the black ears and black feet. She came from a friend of ours up in Michigan who came down for the Homesteaders of America conference this past October. And he brought us two. He brought us her and her sister, which I'll show you in a second. And they have been really great for us. Now you notice that Callie, I'm telling you this is now so that you'll notice the difference before I get to the next video. Callie does not have any straw in here, okay? This is a huge rabbit hutch. She has wire flooring. You can see over in that corner is normally where she does her business. But we enjoy this rabbit hutch. We've built all of our rabbit hutches. She's got her water here, which I'll fill up. Junior has put a handy dandy feather in there to keep that door closed. But let me back up here. This is what the rabbit hutch looks like, okay? It's very big. The reason that we did such a big hutch is because she is a breeder. So eventually she's gonna have babies in there with her, and she needs to have enough room to raise those babies. And if you've never raised rabbits before, you wouldn't know, but you know, 6 to 8 babies, and sometimes even 10 to 12 babies, they take up a lot of space once they're about 4 to 6 weeks old. So we set up a big hutch for her. We have the Tuftex roofing. Now you can see the chickens do get up there. The chickens roost on this side. Callie is housed with the chickens. We wanted to try that to see kind of like the Joel Salatin method of raising rabbits with your chickens, and so far it has worked really, really well. Now Beatrice, which is our other rabbit, she is in a different setup. Now this is Beatrice. Beatrice has a much different setup. This is an outside setup. We still need to get a roof put on it. About the same size as Callie, but you notice that Beatrice has straw in here. Yep, there's rabbit poop. That's about 3 days worth of rabbit poop. And at the end of the week, I will scoop all of this up and put it in my garden, because rabbit manure is really, really good for the garden bed. But Beatrice has straw because Beatrice is out in the elements. So she needs that extra warmth. Now she also has the wire bottom, but you can tell Beatrice is a little bit bigger than Callie is. So she likes it out here. She sprawls out right here. You can see her little spot that she makes. And when it's really super cold, she'll make a little nest out of here, out of the straw, and go at it. But so the reason we chose the Californians is because they are an actual meat rabbit. You guys might remember, I'll try to throw some links below, that we had rabbits for years, and we really loved our Rex rabbits that we had. They were a really great addition to the homestead, but also the Rex rabbits brought in some money for us, because we went and we bought show quality rabbits that were also meat quality rabbits. We were able to sell show quality rabbits with pedigrees, and then the meat quality rabbits we kept for ourselves and butchered. That way, if we didn't sell all of the rabbits, then it didn't make a difference. We could eat them if we didn't sell them, but we were making $85 to $100 a rabbit, so it was a pretty big deal. Now, the Callie rabbits, they are actual meat breeds. The Rex is a meat breed too, but it's a different type of bone structure that you're gonna get. They were okay, but they were a little bit on the smaller side for us. So we're getting into the Callies. Now, a lot of you remember that video up here, wherever I'm posting it, about why we were no longer raising meat rabbits. And the reason is because our prime source on the homestead for meat is venison. Mark hunts all the time. Venison is our, and always has been, our #1 meat source. But we realized that what if something happened to him? What if, you know, we couldn't hunt? What if guns were taken away? Or what if something happened and we couldn't hunt anymore? So we decided to go ahead and bring meat rabbits back on. Very small operation at first, something that can grow big if we needed to, but it's here, it's sustainable, it's something that we can do ourselves. Rabbits can absolutely survive off of a raw food diet. Rabbits can survive off of a raw food diet as long as they have a quart of raw food per day. And when I say raw food, I mean like carrots and dark leafy greens and bananas and different things that you can give these rabbits as a raw food diet. However, we do give them pellets, especially when they're nursing mamas or when we're trying to bulk them up a little bit. In the summertime, when our backyard is full and flourishing, then we go out and we actually pick their greens and they forage. And then if the yard is really nice, we go ahead and put them on pasture. That's just the way we have to have it set up here because we don't have such a large property. But it's really simple. Right now we just have the two. Jeremy, who gave us these two, or who we bought these two from, he's actually going to bring down a boy for us, so we're going to start having babies at some point in the next couple of months, and so we're really excited about that. Junior really wanted to get into meat rabbits again, so that's really the #1 reason we decided to do it, because it's something that he can enjoy and he can take care of, and it's really easy for him to do. So our Californians, we are enjoying them, we are loving them, they are sweet, they're still getting used to us, but we really are enjoying them. So if you're interested, you can check out meat rabbits. I will put a link below to where we got our meat rabbits. We got them from Independence Acres Homestead, and if you're interested in breeding stock or anything else, you could probably check them out. So that's it. My chickens are going crazy back there. Happy homesteading.